stopped just north of Atlanta. I didn't sleep hardly at all. I couldn't go to sleep. I felt like I was wired or unable to.
Mm-hmm.
My wife closed her eyes briefly, and she may have only slept about an hour. The kids passed out for a little bit, but they were up and playing games on their tablets and things. The night that I actually fell asleep, and that was the next hotel stop.
Was that the night of the 30th?
Yeah,
Have you seen the symbols in sleep or in your mind's eye?
usually in my sleep. And that first time that it happened was in that hotel. I do not remember getting out of bed and walking into the bathroom with a pen in my hotel sheet and doing that. I literally woke up standing there after I had finished.
Have the symbols themselves been repeated in addition to the squares and the vertical lines?
Yeah, I've seen them again in dreams.
Can you describe that dream?
Yeah, it's dark all the way around, and they're being scrolled past from right to left. They're slightly illuminated in like a light blue color.
And are you getting any impression of what they are saying in your dream?
I keep hearing things that I can kind of make out as English, I guess, but it's not verbally spoken. It's just I understand what it is.
Okay, what do you understand?
Something Council of Five, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Council of Five, and what are they saying?
The feeling that I get is that whatever is happening or whatever has happened to us, that it's not a threat. It's more of a warning and preparation for something. That whatever's happening, it's more of like, it's that intense. It's more of an educational or an awareness or an alert, a warning of what may come or what could come or what is soon to come or something to that effect.
And as you say that right now, what in your gut do you think is coming?
I don't know. It could be a massive earthquake. It could be a volcanic eruption. It could be anything. There are others that have that intent, and they're doing what they can to try to help us. They're almost to the point where they're outnumbered, and we're going to need to assist and get to where we need to be sooner in order to be able to stand a chance or maybe to assist a positive outcome.
Did you see any humanoids of any shape or size or type in any of your dreams?
Yes, ma'am.
Which type?
The skin similar to ours, however, a lighter color. Not gray, but a grayish in color. Elongated heads, larger sockets for eyes, larger eyes. In the dream that I was seeing, there was one about where my feet would be, and I could see expressions on its face as a little bit of worry, but was trying to keep me calm. There was one off to my left, closest to me, that looked as though it was a little bit impatient and just all around didn't seem like it really wanted to be in the room at the time, or maybe it was aggravated with the way that I was behaving, had an expression of how I'd look at my kids if they're getting on my nerves kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was another one down by my feet that seemed to be more involved in assisting the one that was trying to keep me calm or relaxed, but was a little bit more focused on its individual task. Seemed like every time that I would relax and calm down for a short period of time, and then I'd feel a lot of pain in my neck and my back.
Why?
It was like, calm down, calm down, calm down, and then I would feel like sharp pains in my neck and my back. I don't know why. After the incident, I took pictures of some red dots that appeared on my skin around my body, and primarily on my back and my neck. And I had neck pain for about 3 or 4 days.
Were they in a pattern?
Not necessarily in a pattern, ma'am. They were just in some random spots. I had one on my arm that stayed a little bit longer than the rest, but in my dream I was moving my arms more than anything. I had some photographs of the ones on my arms that I could. My wife visually saw the ones on my back.
You would associate the marks with this night event where you have three beings, one at the...
Four.
Where was the fourth?
The fourth was kind of in the background behind the two that were down by my feet. And actually, that was sits because there's one on my left side near my shoulder and elbow, one on my right side near my shoulder and my elbow, two down by my feet. And it was kind of moving around in the back. That one entered the room and was kind of just noticing me there, and it reached up and pulled a black, almost like a contact out of his eye, and it had a regular eye, like a regular person's eye, and was pulling off the other contact as it was turning and walking off.
Would you please describe for me the heads of the 5 beings that you're looking at?
Larger than average human, I would say 1.5, maybe 2 times the size of an average human head. Bodies were a bit more frail, thin, and somehow I believe that's as a result of atmospheric conditions and gravity, perhaps from where they're from. Not much muscle is needed to move about, I guess.
Were the skin on all 5 the same color?
Yes.
And what color would that be if you were comparing it to something that both you and I might know?
It was pale skin with a grayish tint to it. It was more of a blend between very light gray and white Caucasian skin.
Eyes, were they round, oval, slanted?
Almond. Almond, like the tear duct, and the corners of the eye closest to the nose was very similar to ours. The eye duct on the outside, a little bit higher up. The part closest to the nose was quite normal, like human. The other corner of the eye was higher up than human, very large.
About how large?
Close to 3 times the size of a human eye, perhaps.
Were you looking at 5 sets of black lenses?
Yes, ma'am. They seemed to be a contact that we're able to remove. The ones that were closest to me had lenses in their eyes that made them look black or dark. I mean, they clearly had pupils and irises, and they were behind a darker colored lens.
How were you seeing pupils, and were you seeing whites like the whites of an eye in a human?
There was lights and darks in the eye behind the lens.
And you could see pupils through whatever the surface lens was?
Yes, I can clearly see from the one behind that took the lens out of his eye and was taking the other lens out. It was quite similar to our own, just some different variations of it.
Could you see color?
No, it could have been just a really dark brown, or it could have been a really dark blue. I mean, it could have been any color.
Did you get the telepathic impressions of warning there aren't enough of us, there's more of them, something is going to happen that's going to be a big problem, and that these beings have been trying to help and now they can't because they don't have enough numbers versus what is there?
Similar, perhaps, but I think it's more along the lines of what we're doing that's going to harm us, such as sending signals out into the void of space is not a safe thing to do. That we have technology that we need to expand on, but it's being kept from everyone behind locked doors or closed doors, and only to certain individuals or something to that effect. That needs to be exposed, and all bright minds need to be involved in future advancement of what we have and what we need to increase our technical side, or we need to be able to improve at a faster rate, that it's necessary to expand and allow all minds to come together to get things done a little bit quicker.
Or what is going to happen?
Whatever's going to happen might negatively affect us. I don't know what that might be, though.
And if there is a warning or an alert, that would imply that something is coming that may be harmful.
I don't know. I know it's something that will affect us here on Earth. I know that at our current state and our current advancement in technology and how we're progressing is happening too slow. And the way to fix that is opening up and allowing everyone here who is kept in the dark or not being offered the information or not being told the information. One of the main things is that, like, what needs to happen is we need to allow outside minds in order to solve the issues that we're having with what we have, to increase our advancement in technology and speed up our process for advancement.
If that doesn't happen, what bad could happen?
That's what's hard for me. I really don't have an answer for that.
It's cloudy.
It's cloudy, and it's like I haven't reached that point yet. Like I'm not ready to know that yet.